back to my channel. Today I am excited because I thought we would try something a little bit different. I don't know about you guys, but one of my favorite things to do in my pastime is to watch makeup videos. Shocker, I know. So whether that's on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube, anything, I really enjoy watching makeup videos, and something that's been really fun to kind of learn about are doing makeup hacks. Makeup tips, tricks, and hacks, just to kind of make your daily process a little bit easier. So I thought this would be fun to share with you guys. What I've done is I've listed 5 different tips, tricks, and hacks. Some of them I have tried that I already know that I really like, and then some of them I haven't tried. So today's gonna be an experimental day with those few tips as well. One for sure, I'm a little bit nervous of trying, but I thought we'd go through the makeup routine and I kind of let you know these tips and tricks that I've learned over time to help yourself as well. You might already be familiar with some of these little tips and tricks. How many more times can I say that? But you guys, without further ado, I am excited to get this video started. I already have my foundation on, just simply because I don't have anything different to show that with you guys for today. But let's get going. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. There is that giveaway once we reach 1,000 subscribers. I have that giveaway of makeup products that I've been collecting. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, you turn your notifications on, you like the video, and you leave comments down below if you have any questions or comments. All right, you guys, so let's jump into it. My first tip is to do with concealer. So I have one of my favorite concealers here, and that is Nude Stick Nude Fix Cream Concealer, and this is in the color Nude 4. And what I wanted to show you with concealer will help under eye creasing. So I have wrinkles under my eyes. I feel like my concealer's always kind of falling into the lines, and I saw this first tip from Nikki Tutorials, who she is awesome and she is amazing. And then so I've tried it for myself, and it really does help, and it really does work from stopping any separating in between the lines and creasing, so that it's not so apparent that you have like a bunch of concealer caked under your eyes, because who wants that? So basically, you guys, this first tip and trick is really simple. You are going to apply your concealer like normal. So this is kind of already a tip and trick inside of another, is that this is a good way to apply your concealer down and then up, going up your eye, up your cheekbone, so it lifts, it gives the idea that your eyes are being lifted rather than having that big triangle under your eyes, and then that just kind of pulls your eyes down. I already have a dampened sponge here, and so you're just gonna go in and you're gonna work that under your eyes. So basically, the best way for me to explain this is you're gonna stretch your face out so that you're not applying the concealer to creases. Keep your eyes up so that it keeps those creases out of the skin here, just like so. And then so you're going to look up. And this just prevents there being creases in your eye line. It's already keeping your skin smooth, and then you just kind of take a closer look. If you see any creasing, which there is a little bit of creasing under here, you just do it again. So sometimes I even go to like straighten my skin out. How do you even say it? And then look up, and then keep pushing in that concealer. And voila, so there's the first eye there, done with that tip and trick of just kind of looking up when you're applying your concealer to take out any of the creases under your eyes. And then you have your concealer all on the evil level of skin here. So I will go ahead and do the next eye. Of course, another tip most of you probably already know, when you're getting concealer, you want to try to get at least 1 to 2 or 3 tones lighter, probably 1 or 2 tones lighter than your actual skin tone, so that it actually does brighten up under your eyes. So you can definitely see that it looks brighter under my eyes right now than it did when we started the video. And I always just like to push it in to make sure everything is stuck and it's not going anywhere. My second hack and tip or trick, whatever you may want to call it, still has to do with under the eyes. And it's that people, instead of baking under your eyes lately, people have been using a loose powder and pressing it under their eyes with a different beauty sponge to set your eyes. I'm just using the Fenty Pro Filter loose powder, and this is in the shade Butter. So I just put some into the top of my lid there, and I'm going to press the powder onto my beauty sponge here, and then I'm going to again just push under my eye, press under your eye. And this also will help prevent any creasing of your concealer as well, because I find that's one of my biggest issues, is making sure that everything continues to look flawless and you don't see those lines and creases. So that helps set your under eyes, and you can always do the same thing that I said for the concealer and look up so that you don't have those creases under your eyes when you're setting your setting powder under your eyes as well. So yeah, that is my second tip or trick. I'm going to do my other eye and then I will be right back for the next tip. Okay guys, so that is with the powder pressed under the eyes with another beauty blender. Typically I apply my whole face with a brush, but I find that it really helps with creasing if you apply with a dampened sponge your under eye with the powder like we just did, and then you can apply powder to the rest of your face with a brush. But yeah, I feel like it looks good. Under my eyes doesn't have any creasing. When I look up closer to a mirror, I don't have any of my concealer going into any creases and really bringing attention to my under eyes due to that reason. So those are the first 2 tips and tricks there. So I'm just going to go off camera and I'm going to powder the rest of my face, and then I will be back with tip number 3. Okie dokie, now that we have my face set and powdered, I am going to move on to my eyebrows. So I have a little tip for you guys with eyebrows. Me personally, I don't always fill in my eyebrows. They are pretty full naturally themselves, so there's nothing in or on my eyebrows right now. And that's how I'm gonna leave it today, but I wanted to show you a little tip and trick I once saw quite a while back to help with holding your eyebrows in place. So I first saw this on TikTok, and when I saw it, I knew I had to try it. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Got to Be Glued spiking glue. So this is usually made for hair, but this works great on eyebrows as well. So much to the point that I actually saw that Got to Be has actually come out with an eyebrow product now, and I feel like they're definitely cashing in on the idea, which is great. I haven't tried the eyebrow glue or whatever it may be called yet, and I don't really have a need to, because like I said, this is under $5 at most places you want to buy it, and this is great eyebrow gel glue, and it'll hold your eyebrows in place all day long. So basically I just take a spoolie, a clean spoolie, and I put a little bit of the spiking glue onto my brush. So I always start out small just in case. It's easier to have to add more than to try to take something off when you've already kind of been working with your face. So I just take a very small amount at the top and I dip it into my clean brush like so. Not to worry, it does have a little bit of a white cast, but when it dries, it doesn't dry with that white cast, it dries clear. I'm simply going to take the brow gel and I'm going to brush it into my eyebrows where I want them to stay for the day. I find after you've applied it, it starts to get a little bit tacky, and that's kind of a good time, in my opinion, to start playing with the shape of your eyebrows. So I know right now the big bushy eyebrows are really in. If my eyebrows weren't so long, I could definitely do that, but I feel like they're way too long to pull that off. But this is kind of when you can start playing around with your eyebrows. Here you can spike them up, straight up like that. I just look crazy when I do that. Whereas I normally just brush mine down. And you notice that a little bit of color has come off from your eyebrows. You can always reapply some concealer to match your skin color as well. But I would also recommend to make sure if you are going to color in your eyebrows, make sure to do that before you put in the glue. And voila, there you have, your eyebrows are in place for the day. It doesn't feel super rough. I would say though, just be sure, like if you already have your foundation and concealer on, if you're getting it on the skin, it can kind of mix in with that cream color. So I did end up wiping some of that off on my eyebrows and then just reapplying some more concealer just with like a small brush. So that's kind of just the way to fix that. But yeah, today is just a super natural, simple look. So I'm not adding any color into my eyebrows. I am happy with how they look, but now they're not gonna kind of get pushed. They're not gonna be up, down, swing. Sometimes it's super windy here, so one could be going this way and that one could follow, and they are secure. So next up is the hack. So this is not a tip or a trick because I have not really tried it before. I literally just played around with it really quickly before I started this video, and that's the first time I've ever kind of experimented with this hack that I've seen on TikTok, I believe it is. So the hack is that you use chapstick and dip it in your eyeshadow and apply that to your eyes. And it's supposed to bring a really lovely pigmented color onto your eyes. So right now, I just have the Burt's Bees Ultra Conditioning chapstick, and there's no scent to this. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to rub this into the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to apply it to my eye. And like I said, I did not really play around with it that much just previously before. So this is basically the first time that I am trying it, and we are going to see here for ourselves if it works or not. So I am using the Iconic London palette. I did have this in my previous video of my massive haul, and it has a bunch of beautiful colors in there. Same as how we want to go bright and we want this to look pigmented. I am going to go in with Mimosa. So this is Mimosa right here. It is a bright yellow. I'm going to take the chapstick here and I'm going to rub it in to the eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply the eyeshadow to my eyes. So good luck to us. So the eyeshadow is on there, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to apply it. Whoa. So it is definitely pigmented. I'm going to not use, so it looks ridiculous right now. It needs to be worked in. So I'm going to stop using the chapstick now that that's on my eye, and then I'm gonna get a brush and work it in. Okay, so I have a brush and I'm going to start working this in, and let's see what it does. So I definitely feel as soon as you start using the brush, it's taking away the pigment. I grabbed a little bit more on the brush and I'm gonna apply it to see if I can get that bright color back. Okay, so it definitely makes the eyeshadow more pigmented, but I feel like the same thing would work with an eyeshadow primer. So when I started applying it with a brush, I had to put a lot more product on to keep it this dark, and I even went in with my finger and applied some, so it was this bright and colorful. So I'm not really sure if I would recommend this hack. I probably wouldn't use it on a daily basis. It's not something that I find was way easier or way more astounding than any other way to add eyeshadow with an eyeshadow primer. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I watched the videos wrong. Comment down below and let me know if you saw me doing something wrong with it. But you guys, I'm just gonna pop off of camera and I'm going to finish my eye look. I'm not just gonna leave it like this, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. I am done with my eyeshadow look. I did not like that hack. That hack did not work well for me at all. I mixed in the yellow with some oranges just to try to make it not look so, I feel like it was patchy. Like the yellow was patchy, and then it was really hard to work in because the chapstick is on your lid. So basically it did not work out well for me. This is the eyeshadow look I came up with. Like I said, I'm still going with a very natural type of look, so it's nothing like exaggerant or anything like that. I just have some oranges and some shimmers and some yellows in there. I'm going to go apply mascara, and I'm gonna be back with my last tip slash hack. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here. I wanted to add in a bonus tip for you guys. So I have mentioned this in one of my videos before, but when I'm doing my mascara, something I like to add in with my mascara after I've done the first coat is I like to paint the back of the eyelashes too, especially if you're wearing eyeshadow, because a lot of the time the eyeshadow will fall onto your eyelashes, making them really look powdery or white or colorful. And so this really helps to make them just look dark and dramatic, and I feel like it also gives extra volume. So when you're using your mascara, you apply it like normal. And I definitely don't do this with a full brush of mascara, like one that just came out of the jar. I use it on the front first because I don't want too much to go onto the back, but then I go to the back and I curl it up like that. And it already automatically makes them look thicker. See the difference? Hey, I am back with my last tip. So this tip is all over the internet right now. It is nothing super new, but I do find that it helps make the appearance of my face look lifted instead of dragging it down. So I wanted to share this tip with you just in case you hadn't heard it before, and that is applying your bronzer and where to apply it. So with your blush, you're gonna want to go from your temple to the middle of your cheekbone, okay? So you want to go up right here with your bronzer. So I'm just using the Makeup by Mario bronzer. If you watched my last video, you know that I really enjoyed this product. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to dip it in here, gonna knock it off, and then I'm going to go to my temple all the way down to the middle of my cheekbone. I feel like you can already see it on this side versus this side. This looks lifted. You can see the bronzer is like pulling my skin up, or it looks like it is, and this side is not. So typically if you just put your bronzer here, it's keeping it pulled down, whereas if you put your bronzer to your temple, to the middle of your cheekbone, it lifts it up. I feel like that's pretty cool. All right, so now that the bronzer is done, we have a much more lifted face. And then typically I would go in with my bronzer, and still you're gonna bronze around your hairline, like up on your forehead, and then go down below your jaw too. So I'm just gonna finish redefining my face with my bronzer, and I'll be right back. Perfect, so now I have bronzer all on my face. A lot of the times I will just leave my face like this, or you can of course apply blush and highlighter if you want as well. A lot of the times if I'm not doing anything special, I will skip the highlighter, but I do like to throw on a good cheek of blush, I guess you could say. And if you do that, you're gonna apply that actually above where you put the bronzer, but basically right above the bronzer. So it's gonna keep your face looking lifted. So lifted means you look younger, no lines, no creases, you look beautiful. So I really do like most of these tips and tricks. As I said, the only one I actually hadn't tried before was the chapstick with the eyeshadow, and I was not a fan of that, but all these other tips I do use basically on a daily basis when I am using makeup. So be sure to try them yourself, you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful day, you guys. I have some new exciting things coming up. I'm so excited to share with you really, really soon. So stay tuned. Make sure you stay plugged into my other social media outlets as well. So on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, make sure you check me out there. I'll have all those links in my description down below. But thank you guys so much for checking in with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye.